design tips from ChangeMaker courses where you can enroll in training courses and coaching programs that help you grow your business with digital courses and products. Hey there, I'm Jessie from ChangeMaker courses, and today I'm going to show you just how easy it is to create a downloadable workbook for your online course. And it only takes 2 easy tools. So let's get started. So to create the workbook I'm going to show you today, you're going to need these 2 tools. First, you're going to need Canva to design your workbook cover and your workbook header. And then you're going to create your workbook just using Microsoft Word, or in this case, we're going to use Google Docs to create our workbook content, the book itself. Okay, to get started, we're going to go to canva.com. And you're just going to click sign up. Now, when you click sign up, you can use your Gmail credentials or your Facebook credentials to get started with Canva, or you can just sign up with your email. I'm already registered with Canva, so I'm just going to log in. After you sign in, you'll be here on your home page. And what you're going to do is click on Create a Design, select Custom Dimensions, and then you're going to switch from pixels to inches. So we're going to switch to inches, and we're going to type in 8 by 5 width by 11 inch height, which is the size of we want our workbook cover to be, and we're going to click on Create Design. Now on the design page here, we're going to select templates, which already is showing here, and we're going to type in ebook cover, which is popping up for us there. And we're going to scroll down until we find an ebook cover that we like. And then we're just going to customize it with font types, colors, and images that work for us to create our workbook cover. So I'm just going to kind of pick one randomly here. I think I like this one, so I'm just going to pick that one. And this is the one I'm going to work with. Okay, so my next step up here is going to be to name it, and I'm just going to call it Workbook Cover. And then we're going to go in here and I'm going to customize it. So I'm going to go through that pretty quickly, and you can just watch and you'll see how I do it. Okay, so as you can see, what I've done is I've just typed in these fields and added some text from what was there in the template. Now, if I want, I can change any of the fonts by clicking here and choosing a different font. All I would need to do is just highlight the font I want to change, click on an alternative font. I can change the font size, again, simply highlighting the text in any of these text boxes and changing the font size. But I think this looks good. Okay, so the only thing I want to do now is change the design of the workbook. So I'm going to click on Photos here. And then I've selected free because I just want free photos. I don't want to pay for a photo. And then I've decided I like this image. I'm just going to drag it over, and when I do, it just automatically fills up the space there. So voila, I have a workbook cover. Now all I need to do is download it. So I'm going to click on this download button, and I'm going to download it first as a image file. So I'm just going to click download, and it's going to download into my downloads folder. And then I'm going to also save it as a PDF, because that's the format I may choose to have it in for my workbook. Okay, so that's done. Now we're going to move on to step 2. Now let's create the header for your workbook. This is the header we're going to use on all of the pages of your workbook. So again, we're going to use Canva, and here's how we're going to do it. We're going to click on Home from our workbook cover design page, and this is going to take us back to the home page of Canva, which is where we started. And we're going to click on Create a Design again. click on custom dimensions again. We're going to stick with pixels this time, and we're going to type in these dimensions, 900 by 150. And then we're going to click create design. Okay, and this is where the fun starts. So I'm going to suggest that you use your brand or logo colors to create your workbook headers, or use the color scheme that matches your course logo or your color scheme for your course. And to get things started, click on Elements over here, the left side. And you're going to choose this square shape and adjust it to fit the dimensions of our header design. So we're going to drag this over, and we're just going to kind of line it up to fit in well with our header dimensions. So we're just going to drag it over, across, and up until it fits that space. We're not going to worry about color just now. Now, I like to leave some white space on my header, so I'm going to just drag this over a bit because I like to put my logo in this space over here. So I'm going to leave that blank for now. And you can design your header to your own specifications. I'm just going to quickly go through to show the steps that I use to design my headers. You can follow along and then customize your header the way you see fit. Now, if you want to include your logo on your header, then you can do that by clicking Uploads over here, uploading your logo as an image file, and then, for example, here's mine. I just click it on, and then I just drag it over into this white space here. Okay, so I'm going to just go through and quickly customize this header the way I like to have my headers look, and you can just follow along and then do your own thing when you're ready to design yours. Okay, so I finished designing my header. I've named my header as Course Workbook Header, and now I'm just going to download it as a PNG file. So I'm going to click on the download button and download, and this file will save to my downloads folder on my computer. So now we've completed step 2 of our process. Okay, let's create the workbook. Now I like to create my workbooks in Google Docs using my Google Drive account. If you have a Google Drive account, log into it and create a new Google Doc and just follow along. If you don't have a Google Drive account and you're not interested in using Google Docs, that's fine. You can just use Microsoft Word to create your workbook. I'm going to continue with Google Docs, but just know that basically the same steps apply in Microsoft Word as well. So once you've created your new Google Doc, you've opened a new doc, you need to give it a title. I've given mine a title here, so how to create a workbook. And now we're ready to insert our header. So we're just going to go to Insert, click on Header and Page Number, and then select Header. And there's our header. And this will be on now every page of our workbook, as we have multiple pages to it. Okay, now I'm going to add the header image that we created with Canva. So I'm going to click on Insert, Image, Upload from Computer, and now I'm going to go and retrieve that image from my Downloads folder. All right, so here it is. I'm just clicking on, and it's going to pop open here in my header. So now we need to position it the way we want it. So you're going to click on the image, and you see these 3 options here. The middle one is wrap text, and that's the one we want. So we're going to click that on, and we're going to change the margins to 0 inches. Now we're going to drag the corners, and don't drag the top or bottom pieces here. Make sure you only drag from the corners, and we're going to drag this to position this the way we want inside of here. Oops, a little large there. Okay. All right, so now we have our image inside the header where we want it. Okay, so I just want to show you that now this header is going to appear on every page of our document. So you can see it here on every page of our document. Okay, so our last step is to add our cover image, and I'll show you an easy way to do this. So we're going to click on Insert again. We're going to click on Image again. And now we're going to upload our workbook cover image. So let me just find mine here in my Downloads folder. All right, so here it is. I'm just going to click it on and click Open. Now, for some reason, when I add the images, they will appear on the second page of my document, and we want them on the first page. So what I've found works if I just minimize it a bit and then come up here to the first page, click the Delete button, the image will pop up to my first page. So now we want to get this position on the page so that it's filling up the entire page. It's, a cover and covering the entire first page of our document. So here's how you're going to do it. So first thing we need to do is remove the header from the first page of our document. So we're going to click on the header and just select different first page. Now we can see that the header is still on the other pages of our document. We've just removed it from the first page. Then on your workbook cover image, click on the image and click on of the three options here, select wrap text again, and again change the margins to 0. Now what we're going to be able to do is drag the corners of this image to position the image where we want it on our page here so that it's covering up our page. So I'm just going to drag the corners until this image is covering the first page completely of our document. All right, so there we are. We got this gorgeous workbook cover image on the first page of our document. All right, so finally, when your workbook is completed, now you would simply add the text to your workbook however you want, fill in the content in your workbook, and then when your workbook is completed and you've got everything edited and the way you want it, you're just going to go to File, Download, and you're going to download the whole thing as a PDF document. So we'll just do that. And click it on, and voila, there is your workbook. Pretty cool, huh? Okay, that about wraps it up for today. Now you know how to create a workbook using Canva and Google Docs. And it pretty much works the same way in Microsoft Word. So really, really easy to create a workbook that you can share with your online students. In my next video, I'll show you how to add fillable forms or fillable text boxes to your workbooks so that your students can actually type into them and use them as digital interactive ebooks. Okay, talk to you soon, and thanks for watching.